In this video we will see how we can copy an object or objects to a curve in Houdini and Maya, and to make it procedural, go to the front viewport. So select the curve tool from the tab. We'll create a curve in a Bezier manner. Just put in points and regulate them with the handles. Right mouse click, finish adding points. Select our move tool here. Now we can tweak the points here. Display points by clicking this button. Okay, go to Maya. In Maya we might use CV curve tool or EP curve tool. We will use EP curve tool. Let's go to the front view. Just place the points here. In Maya we don't have the handles in this Bezier manner creating. And the same, right click to complete tool. Okay, now we have our curves in Maya and Houdini. And let's put windows side by side. So if we right click to edit point mode, we will see the number of our points, or we can go to the control vertex mode, viewpoints. Just go select all the points. Control A, go to the channel box. Here we can see CVS. Click to show, and here we can see how many points we have. So in Houdini we go to spreadsheet, the geometry spreadsheet, and we will see the number of our points. Let's go back to the scene view. In Houdini we need to create a cube. We'll change the scale of our cube. Let's do the same in Maya. Just move our cube by selecting the move tool or pressing the hotkey W. In Houdini, the hotkey for the select tool is S, and for the move tool the hotkey is T. By switching from T to S we can edit our points using the hotkeys. So to copy our object to curve, we go to FX and select Mesh, create Mesh Network. We will select zero distribution and hit apply. In distribution node, we can see the number of points or the number of copies. We will when we change this in X, we will see this distribution of the objects. So in Houdini, we have like 16 points. So we have 15 points. So let's use this number 15. Go to mesh. To mesh in the mesh editor, we will click this plus sign button and we will add a curve node, the curve node. Select outliner, go to the outliner. Here in the attribute edit, in the attributes editor, we have the dialog box. Be careful, middle click the mouse button, not the left click, and drag and drop to the field. By default, we have animation of our curve. We will change the animation speed to 0. In the step parameter, we will change the distribution of the objects, so it doesn't depend on the number of points. It will be distributed. The objects will be distributed along the curve, regardless of the number of points. So in Maya, we can change the number of points for editing, for the future editing. When we go to Houdini, let's go to the scene view and go to the curve. We have the curve and the box. In Houdini, we need to create let's press tab, start typing copy, select copy to curves node. The left input requires geometry and the right input requires curve. So select the curve. So now we have the objects distributed along the curve. But the objects are assigned to each point. So now we create another node. We'll create another node called resample. In the parameters of our resample node, we'll change the length parameter, which is, for example, 0.3 or even a 4 or 5. 5 will do. So now we have the even distribution of the objects along the curve. So if we select our resample node and select geometry spreadsheet, we can see the number of points. By changing the length to 6, we will have 12 points. So it means we will have 12 objects. So in Maya, we go to mesh distribute. We'll change the number of points to 12. So obviously we will scale. If we scale our object, we'll have more similarity. Now we can transform our points of the curves. So if you select our resample node here, we will see the points, and we select a point and then select the move tool and change the position. We can select more than one point and select the move tool, and then we will move all the objects assigned to those points. In Maya it looks a little bit more different because we have just a different algorithm of distribution along a curve. So if you isolate our curve, view selected, isolate. So we'll see how many points we have. We can change the number of points on our curve. So well, we might rebuild the curve like so. So if you go to modeling and go to curve and then go to the rebuild command, and we will open rebuild curve options dialog box. We'll reset settings and then change the number of spans. So now we have like 5 points. Go to control vertex and then go to. So now we can rebuild our curve again, and we will see the evenly spaced points. Go to the object mode again and change number of spans to 8. So now we will see that we have more points. So if we uncheck view selected and select a point or points, go to control vertex mode and select any point, we will see that we can move. The more points we have, the more precise editing we can accomplish. So if we need to control one stair in our staircase, we need to have more points. I just put them side by side. So rebuilding curve corresponds to the resample node in Houdini, or at least they look just very similar, but obviously not exactly the same. So they just perform a similar function of rebuilding curves. Thanks for watching.